Nancy Pelosi, who doesn't regret anything about her trip to Taiwan, by the way. Why should she? She's not going to pay any price for it. Gave an interview to the Today Show and on MSNBC yesterday and was asked about the raid at Mar-a-Lago. And this was how she responded with respect to, now I'm being above the law.
I just want to mention House Republican leader, your counterpart, Kevin McCarthy, put out a statement responding to the search. And he said, in part, when Republicans take back the House, we will conduct immediate oversight of this Justice Department. Attorney General Garland, preserve your documents and clear your calendar. Do you have a response?
Well, first of all, I think the Democrats are going to win the House. We've been prepared for it for a long time. And now with what's happening with Roe v. Wade and the legislation that we are passing, I think that whatever the leader is saying is probably idle. But nonetheless, we believe in the rule of law, and that's what our country is about. And no person is above the law, not even the president of the United States, not even a former president of the United States.
If we only actually believed that. This is, you were bringing up, but her emails. This is what drives people out of their mind. This is all people want. It's the same thing we were talking about in 2008. We want transparency. Transparency. We want to know if you're a bad guy. I don't care what party you're from. I want you to go to jail. Because that's the only way we stop corruption. This woman whose husband, whose son is involved, not to the extent of Hunter Biden, the graft and just the possibility of someone holding him up and blackmailing him, dad, who's in Congress. Let me give you Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell is making money in China. He's got a sweet deal. I want all of it to stop. If you don't go to jail for something that you did that I would go probably for the rest of my life, there is no equal justice. You're talking to me. You actually have the balls. You run the Capitol Police. You are keeping people in jail without charge. You're trumping everything up. You're lying about it. Look, I was not for January 6th. I'm still not for January 6th. For a week before, I was saying, don't go. We can't have any violence. It's suicide. So what happens? They're putting those people in jail. They're making grandmas pay, and they let thousands of people who were looting, destroying over $1 billion in damage to our cities, and you were bailing them out. Yep. Don't talk to me about equal justice. Don't talk to me about the rule of law. This is the biggest problem in America. There are two systems of justice, and everybody else has to play by these rules. And then people like Nancy Pelosi, and if Donald Trump were guilty of something, I would be the first to say, impeach him. I'd be the first to say, arrest him. But you don't have anything. You don't have anything.
Well, and at some point it needs to stop. I mean, just a word on the Trump investigations. At some point, you've taken enough shots, and you've essentially waived your right to continue taking shots. You've lost the faith in the American people. We can see it's crossed over into persecution. It's too late for this. You can't keep doing this. We were open-minded. We listened on impeachment 1. We listened on impeachment 2. We were forced to listen on January 6th primetime committee hearings, even though he had no defense. It's done. It's done. I am over being open-minded. Let's see what the I don't need to see what the FBI had. Unless they emerge out of there, like you said, with Kathy Griffin's head, then I will pay attention. But otherwise, I have lost my open-mindedness on what these officials may finally try to dig up on him.
They don't care. They're going in. They may have known for sure, absolutely, positively, there's nothing there. They're going in and they're letting it hang out there, and it will convict him in the minds of their followers.
The process
who just believe one thing. They raided his house. They went in and took whole boxes of stuff. Who knows what were in those boxes? Who knows if he got rid of some of the things that they were really looking for? There is no end to this.
No,
this is just a PR move. That's it.
So let's talk about Nancy Pelosi for a second. It's just a little dive into her situation with her husband. I mean, she has got some nerve. Her husband right now, looking at the cameras, now and it's about the law. Can I tell you, Paul Pelosi, as most people know, was pulled over for DWI or DUI and decided to show his little police support card. It was his California Highway Patrol Foundation card, which you're not allowed to do. If you support that group, there's a stipulation in their bylaws that says you try to use that to get out of jail free, you're out. We don't want your support. Can I tell you, for the first time in 30 years, I was pulled over in the past year, Glenn, for speeding. And my brother is a cop. I worked at the Fox News Channel for 14 years. I've been very defensive of law enforcement on a lot of this nonsense that is said about them. Did I play one of those cards? And by the way, I'm a big donor to the groups like this as well. Did I show a card? Did I show my brother's badge, which, he whatever? No, I did not mention any of that. I didn't play the privilege card, unlike Paul Pelosi. I went to court and I dealt with it there. And by the way, I did fine. But Paul Pelosi not only tried to play the privilege card, but now he gets charged with 2 misdemeanors where if you are Paul Smith, you're getting charged with a felony. That is a felony, almost without question. And already watchdogs, nonpartisan watchdogs are saying this smacks of special treatment and it's wrong. So I don't want to hear her lectures. And by the way, same guy, this is from the New York Post and just last month, July, same guy, Paul Pelosi's been killing it in the stock market in recent years, according to disclosure forms that just came out. His latest home run, snapping up between 1 million and 5 million in shares of the computer chip darling NVIDIA, I think that's how you say it, on June 17th. His timing once again was impeccable. He executed the trades just as Congress moves closer to passing tens of billions of dollars in corporate welfare subsidies for U.S. semiconductor production. That's great news for NVIDIA and shareholders like Paul Pelosi. Since his bet, shares have risen nearly 10%. By my math, he could have pocketed a quick $500,000. His wife is one of the richest members of Congress. She has an estimated net worth of more than $100 million on an annual salary of about
what a lucky guy. What a lucky guy. Who would have seen that coming? By the way, did you know that her son was on the state plane when she went overseas?
Yes.
He was
like
dropped off. He was doing business over there. He's never held a job in his life.
Another hunter?
He's another, hunters in a special category. I don't know if there were Russian hookers involved. Yeah. But I mean, this is crazy.
You're being too hard on the Pelosi family. She's long wanted to go there. She can see China from her house, or at least she saw it when she was digging in the sand. Soundbite 10 is a must-do. Stand by.
When I was a little girl, I was told at the beach if I dug a hole deep enough, we would reach China. So we've always felt a connection there.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God, Glenn.
Oh, my God. Who are these people? Who are... Oh, my gosh. Who could even watch this and say, I'm proud of my vote. I'm proud of my vote. Yep. I voted the right way. When I voted her in, I did it. Who are these people? They're supposed to represent us. I mean, I know we have bad people, crooked people, but are there, really, is this
How about fewer
who
dumb
we are?
people? If you're like me, you're growing more and more concerned about the future. The market's all over the place. Inflation is dreadful at its highest level in 40 years. Interest rates are skyrocketing. Market experts say we're either in a recession or about to be. They're using terms like economic hurricane and unprecedented. You don't want to hear the U word when it comes to economics. If you want to protect your future, call a precious metal dealer I trust. American Hartford Gold. They can show you how to protect your savings and your retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. All it takes to get started is a short phone call, and they will have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or inside your IRA or 401k. And they keep it simple. They're the highest rated firm in the country with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and thousands of satisfied clients. And as an exclusive offer for our fans, If you call them right now, they will give you up to $1,500 of free silver and a free safe on qualifying orders. Don't wait. Call them now. It's 866-518-2955. 866-518-2955 or text Megyn, which is MEGYN, to 65532. Again, that's 866-518-2955 or text MEGYN to 65532. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.